I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang. Welcome back to The Big Picture. Byron Brown is Buffalo's 62nd mayor and has served since January 2006. He's the city's first African-American mayor and longest-serving mayor of Buffalo. Now he's stepping out for a new opportunity. I recently sat down with Byron to find out more. We are joined by Mayor Byron Brown, who has decided to leave office and take on a new position as the CEO of Western Regional Off-Track Betting. And we are going to have an opportunity to talk to him now. However, I don't want you to leave. I don't think you can leave. I'm sorry, because you're the only person I've known practically my whole life as mayor, and I don't like change. So I'm sorry, you can't go.
Well, you know, a lot of people are saying that, Judge.
Oh, really? I thought it was just me.
And it's nice that a lot of people feel that way. The community has been very good to me. The community has been very supportive of me. And the accomplishments that we have been able to make in Buffalo have been made with a lot of community support. This is a strong and resilient community, and I am confident, even though I am leaving office, I will still be an active member of the community, and I think the progress that Buffalo has experienced during my time as mayor will continue.
So I'll survive? We'll be okay without you? I don't know.
Everybody will be okay.
I don't know if I believe it. Now, how did this opportunity, how did it come about that you are taking this new position?
Well, the position opened up, and I looked at it. I saw that it was a public benefit corporation of the state of New York. I researched it, and one of the things that really attracted me to it in the research is that there are 17 member municipalities on the board of Western Regional Off-Track Betting Corporation, and those 17 municipalities receive proceeds from OTB. So I will still be able to help the city of Buffalo, but in addition to helping the city of Buffalo with revenue, I'll be able to help 16 other municipalities with revenue in Western New York.
How'd your family and, well, I know how your friends are acting because I just told you can't go. So the others have probably said that too. But how about your family? I'm serious about friends. Was everybody understanding about your taking this new position?
My family has been very supportive, had a lot of conversations that I was going to apply for this position with my wife. We've been married for 34 years. She has been supportive of, you know, every move I've made, the things that I have done, and she said, if you think that would be a good opportunity, if you think that would be good for you and good for the family, go for it.
Now, there's been some criticism about the timing that you're leaving as far as the city goes, finances of the city goes. What's the answer to that?
The finances of the city are stronger than they were when I took office. When I took office in 2006, Buffalo was under the authority of a New York State control board. The control board then made decisions about all of the moves that were made in the city of Buffalo, what the budget looked like. You know, when I proposed a budget, it had to be reviewed by the control board. I think the control board was very helpful in a number of ways, and I managed the city the first few years, meeting all of the requirements of law to have the control board go into a more passive phase where they did not have sign-off authority on the decisions that were made. So they still review, but they don't sign off and have authority to say yes or no. And that was from good management. So we were able to get the control board to go into the dormant state based on good management. We had no rainy day fund when I came into office. The city now has a $43 million rainy day fund. One element of financial stability, financial strength for any municipal government, city, county, town, village, is how much it can raise in taxes. When I came in as mayor, we were up against how much we could raise in taxes. We couldn't go too far. The furthest we could raise taxes was $12.7 million. And if we had a budget gap that was larger than that, you know, that was 20 million or 30 million, Buffalo would have been out of luck in terms of what it could do by itself. Now, if we had to, and nobody is going to do this, let me be clear, we could raise $174 million in taxes. That shows how financially strong the city is, how much more healthy the city is than when I came into office. Now, nobody wants to raise taxes that high. I wouldn't do it. The next administration won't do it. But one of the good things is the taxes in Buffalo right now, as we speak, are lower than they were in 2005 before I came into office as mayor. So we have done a good job fiscally. We have had a strategic plan for the finances of the city of Buffalo. One element of that planning was lowering. One element of our strategic financial plan was lowering property taxes on homeowners and businesses, which helped to create over $10 million of development in the city of Buffalo. The other thing, our credit rating is A+, A1 with all the credit rating agencies. We were in the B category before I became mayor. We were able to take 6 steps up. So because of the city's credit rating, we're able to borrow at a lower cost than we were when I came in. And a city of this size, a city of 278,000 people with a budget of over $619 million, over 3,000 employees. We have to borrow to buy police cars, garbage trucks, fire trucks. We have to borrow for the road work, the infrastructure work. That's done. So being able to borrow money at a lower rate is good for the taxpayers. It saves us all money. Now, from time to time during my 18+ years as mayor, there have been fiscal challenges, and that's what management is all about. We have found ways, it hasn't been easy, to address every fiscal challenge that's thrown at the city. During my time as mayor, I have presented 18 on-time balanced budgets. So while there's a lot of talk about the city's fiscal condition, and there are challenges on the horizon fiscally, I think those challenges can be addressed. And in the experience of the incoming acting mayor, Christopher Scanlon, who is the South District council member, and now the council president. Council President Scanlon has been on the city council for 12 years. So he is an experienced individual in the finances of the city.
You read my mind, because that was the next thing I was going to ask you, if you've had conversations with Councilman Scanlon about what we can expect and what changes he might make and what he has in mind for the city?
So I've had a lot of conversations with Council Member Scanlon over the years, a lot of conversations with him as council president. And as I contemplated this move and made the decision I was going to go forward, I have had a lot of conversations with Councilmember Scanlon. He is prepared to lead. He is a level-headed individual. He is an individual that works hard, does his homework. He's a good family person. I have confidence that he will do a good job for all of the residents of the city of Buffalo.
Now let's talk about your new job that's coming. Have you had conversations with Henry Witosik, who you're replacing, and to know what to expect and what the challenges are going to be in your new job?
I have had a number of conversations with Henry Witosik, who has been the president and Chief Executive Officer of Western Regional Off-Track Betting Corporation for the past 15 years. Western Regional Off-Track Betting is a very profitable organization now. The last 2 years, that organization has generated record profitability that goes to the 17 member municipalities. I've talked to Henry Witosik a lot. One of the good things that the Board of Directors of Western Regional OTB has done is they will retain Henry for a period of several months as we go through this transition. So I will be able to learn from him, work with him every day, pick his brain, learn the workings of this organization from the inside out. We have had a lot of conversations, a lot of meetings, and going forward there will be even more.
I'm sure you know, the challenges, whatever challenges they may have too, because there's often criticism, even though you just pointed out, and they have pointed out, that they've made a lot of money for the citizens, but there are criticisms of the way it operates, and I don't know if you've had a chance to talk about that or if you're planning on any changes.
I have talked about that with Henry Witosik. In almost any organization, there is always criticism. There are always people on the outside that feel something should be done differently on the inside. I will make changes that need to be made. That's what the board expects. That's what Henry Witosik, as the outgoing CEO, expects. There are some things contractually that were there with other staff members of the organization that I am not going to take. So I'm not taking the health insurance at the organization. That will be a financial savings. I am not going to take a year buyout, which will be a financial savings. So there are a number of things coming in I'm going to do differently to send a message that while this is a successful organization, we will look at ways to improve transparency, to increase profitability, and deliver even more resources to the 17 member municipalities.
I'm going to come visit you when you get settled in there, and we'll talk, okay? Because
I would love for you to come and visit.
I've never been there in my whole life, but now this is the big question: can you, not list or enumerate or tell us, you know what I'm going to say, about the accomplishments that you're most proud of in the last, what'd you tell me, 17 years?
18
What
plus
we
years.
decide, okay, 18 plus years.
So there have been a lot of accomplishments, too numerous to mention. The first accomplishment was stabilizing the finances of the city of Buffalo, which enabled us to lift the wage freeze on city employees. That was very bitter for people working in city government, public servants who for years had not had an increase in their wages. From the increase in wages, I was able to then focus on reducing the tax burden for city residents and businesses, and doing that led us working with other partners to stimulate over $10 billion of economic development in the city of Buffalo.
Yes, it is. I don't know if people realize that, but taxes, as you know, are so important. I want to credit you with, for example, Canal Side, and you know, the development and the economic development in the city.
Well, you know, worked with a lot of partners on Canal Side. Canal Side is a successful waterfront and downtown development. But one of the big things that the city did that we don't get enough credit for was the development project that led to Harbor Center, where the Buffalo Sabres play hockey. Harbor Center started out as a city-owned parking lot. Where 300,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I forgot that.
With 300 spaces, you know, and the city generated modest revenue from that city-owned parking lot, and we decided that, you know, with us looking at waterfront development, downtown development, that parcel of land could be a major development project. We created a very competitive RFP. And through that competitive RFP process, it led to the building of Harbor Center, where the Buffalo Sabres play, where the new hotel is, where the shops are. So that was a major boost to waterfront development and downtown development in the city of Buffalo.
I didn't realize that, but now that you talk about it, I kind of was thinking, as I said, Canal Side, but I forgot that area.
There would be, so
yeah,
if not for the work of my administration in the city of Buffalo, there would be no Harbor Center. There would be no new arena for the Buffalo Sabres. That Marriott hotel that's there would not be there. And I thank Terry and Kim Pagula for working with the city, for believing in Buffalo, and investing over $200 million to build out Harbor Center.
I think we all realize we're very lucky to have them there. Well, if you're determined, if you're determined to do this, I guess I wish you the best of luck, and we do. And thank you so much for being so accessible and such a good friend to us here at WBBZ-TV. And we're going to miss you, but we know you're going to do a great job in your new position. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you very much.
We wish Byron Brown the best of luck in his new position, and incoming interim mayor Chris Scanlon the same. That's all the time we have for this week. I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang. Thanks for watching The Big Picture. I'll see you next week.